This is going to be a freestyle niche research video. I'm using Merch Informer to help me find these ideas and helping you understand why they're making sales and what you can possibly do to enter into these niches. And make sure that you're always double checking for trademarks or copyrights, because it's very important that you do so. Just because I'm sharing it with you in this video doesn't mean you go out there and create it. Remember, this is for inspirational purposes. Let's get into the content. And also, if you're unaware, this is my top research design vault, 460 plus niches. We should be hitting over 500 niches by the end of this month. Definitely will, honestly. I release niches every single week as far as design, inspiration, and different ideas and what's selling as of right now, what's trending, and what people are buying. And you're trying to get ahead of the competition to help you make sales with your print-on-demand business. There's a lot of people back here that are having success with this. You can see what you can get: the niche name, related keywords, number of competition, and the link. There are people back here that are making sales, making money, and have a better understanding of what they should be designing for when it comes to creating a design for a t-shirt, right? So that's one of the most important things when people look at any of this stuff. It's like they don't know what's selling, and this is like what they should be creating. Everything is trademark checked and copyright checked back here too as well, so you don't have to worry about that. But I always recommend that you always double check for this. I say this in all my videos because I'm human. I do make mistakes on my end too as well, and it happens to me sometimes where I'll create something, then I go back and check. I'm like, wait, dang, it's trademark. I can't create this design. You always double check everything that you do because it's your business too as well. If you're trying to take this serious and make money and take it to that next level, I highly recommend Top Research Design Vault. All right, so I'm in the back end of a Merch Informer. There is going to be a coupon code down below, and there's a 7-day free trial to use this research tool. Now, this getting the information, the data from Amazon.com, the #1 online shopping platform, and it basically takes away like all the messy stuff and all the products, unwanted products that we are not researching for, and the designs, right? So what I'm going to do, this is a freestyle video too. It's more of a, this is not scripted where I'm finding the niches and then I know that these are good selling niches and this is them and this is what it is. I'm just coming in here and we're just going to come over here and click, and we're going to open up movers and shakers, go down that whole front page, and then we're going to go over here to Merch Hunter, and there's a few other things that you can use in here. There's a keyword research, but we're going to just use the research tool inside here. We're going to find some really good stuff. Now, let's go over here, movers and shakers. This one right here, this is really a good way to use this for research because there's so many different ideas here. Here we're going to find stuff from the election, right? Election niche right here, all the way to avocado niche. So there's so many different ideas, and it's going to show us all that. So right here, daily, and then we're Merch by Amazon shirts, US marks. So you can choose, there's 30 different markets that you can choose from here. And then we have literally 12 pages and probably more if we keep going. Now, if we come down here, it's going to show us a t-shirt. Let's say right here, Hotties for Harris 2024, Hotties for Harris. It's showing us the sales rank. When it's made its first sale, it's obviously showing here, but then if it's making another sale, it dropped down, and then it goes up, and then it makes another sale and drops down. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over here it dropped down again 5. It means that, looking at this BSR chart within the last week or so, it's made 5 sales. That means that there's a demand. Most likely it's probably selling every day because the lower the BSR, the better, okay? The lower it goes, the more sales velocity, the more sales volume, the daily sales increase. So it goes set up 1 sale, 2 sales, 3 sales, 4 sales. So keep that in mind. Every single BSR chart is going to be different depending on the ranking and stuff. So this is ranked 2 million, almost 3 million. Then it dropped down, is ranked 500K. So you can see the big significant drop in the BSR, right? So you're trying to calculate as best as possible, but yeah. So this will be a good idea, right? This will be shows that there's a demand for this niche and it's making sales. So can you create something Hotties for Harris? Is there something, there's a reason why this design is selling and doing so well? You have to keep that in mind. Why are people buying this? So you have to do a little bit more research to understand why it's selling. Now we come over here, this one but we want to see more of a demand, right? So this one right here, look at this, made a sale. So it's made so we got 1 sale, let's say 2 and 3. So there's somewhat of a demand here for this one. Now, if we come down one more time, my dad fought for our freedom. And then making sure that you're double checking for trademarks, copyrights, and all that stuff. Just because I'm sharing it with you, you have to do your research on your end. They're like, oh yeah, he showed me this in this video, I'm gonna go copy it. No, that's not how it works. The idea is to show you these niches that have a demand and making sales, and then you go create your own unique idea. We got 1, 2, that's good. So it's made 1, 2, 3 sales. So this right here. So 1, 2, 3. We'll count when the BSR chart, the sales rank is here, we'll count that as a sale. Drops down again, we'll count that as another sale, and then drops down again, we'll count that as another sale. So 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we're getting 3s over here. But also we want to keep in mind, so Hanukkah's coming up. We know that's going to be trending. So if it's making sales like right now, this would be a good idea to start creating designs for it. When you're dead inside, but it's Hanukkah, so we know that this idea is coming up. So if we click on this, let's go over here and check this out. And then we literally search this. When is it coming up? So from the 25th to January 2nd. That right there is good because now we know that Hanukkah is making sales as of right now. And it's about 2 months out, roughly around like the Christmas time. So December 25th is Christmas, but Hanukkah is from the 25th to the 2nd. So it goes over into the New Year. So this is a good idea because we know that there is a good demand for this design. So seems like skeletons and Hanukkah, we're getting ideas here. And then obviously the certain inspiration around Hanukkah that they're using here. So keep that in mind as you're going and do your research. This would be a good idea. Let's go down a little bit more. Landlord niche. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has a demand here. This one looks like just a landlord. Now, I'm assuming so a landlord is like the person that you're living at and you're paying the rent to, right? That's your landlord. Or so, yeah, that would be your landlord, I believe. You search it, obviously learn more about the niche. What I'm looking at is just the demand. So looks like a demand. It's a simple text-based saying, but there is definitely a demand for this one right here. So that would be a good one. Now, Christmas, we know that's coming up. If we're looking at this, and also happy Halloween too, by the way. Today's Halloween, happy Halloween. We're looking at this right here. Where we're seeing these type of Christmas stuff, we know that there is a demand. And the Christmas is December 25th. So if we look at a mathematic snowflake, so 1, 2, 3, check this one out, for example. So if you're seeing that they're making sales from a distance out, 3 months, 4 months out, now this is about what, 2.5 months? It's almost 3 months. That's right there. So December 25th is Christmas, right? If we see something like this, mathematics, and how they did this right here, mathematics, they have a snowflake and now they're mixing Christmas. It's 3 different ideas here. So Christmas and a snowflake and then mathematics. So you see what they did there. But we know that it's making sales. The price point is $20.99 and there's the ways out. That means that there's definitely, if you can think of any cute, funny sayings around mathematics and Christmas in general, think of different ideas, the way they did it. They use an example of a snowflake. Snowflake does really well around Christmas, especially for t-shirt designs that we know that if you've been doing research, you know that snowflakes are a big thing when it comes to Christmas and coming up with different ideas. But now mixing in math is a big niche too on its own. So combining those, that's how you create a trending, probably a viral t-shirt design by doing that and leveraging that to get into these competitive niches. Now, as we're going down still, we'll hit look, this is a dope one. I'm definitely breaking that one down. And then we'll look at this. Oh, this one's pretty cool. Now, first things first, we're looking at these BSR charts. We can see that's made 1, 2, and then we got 3 and 4. This is pretty good. Coffee, then gardening. So obviously they probably have their coffee in the morning and then they go out to the garden. But if we come over here, look at it, let's check this out. So we're looking at this, we have coffee and then so a coffee cup and then like a garden plant, right? Which is pretty cool. And they just put those 2 together, cross niched them, right? And then you have like coffee. We know that there's a lot of sales, a lot of money in there. And then gardening, plants, anything around that, there's a lot of money in there. And from looking at this, it's been making consistent sales, especially going into Q4. Keep in mind, Q4, Christmas, any of this time of year, this gift giving season. Your people are buying, they see a design, a cute design, they're buying it to give them a gift to someone for Christmas or just because, right? There's so many different ideas around this right here. So you can think of something with coffee and gardening or just even something else, maybe yoga and gardening or something like that. Or what are people doing? What's a hobby that they like to do? Do the people love to drink coffee? It's probably that's a hobby. People wake up, I can't wait to have my coffee. So that's one thing, but mixing it with gardening, like it goes hand in hand, be a good idea. So that's definitely a good idea right here. And then maybe even don't even use gardening. When you're doing coffee and working out, there's different ideas that can be used there. Now, this pickleball one right here, now this is a Christmas design. I love what they did here. Funny pickleball. And pickleball, we know that's popular, right? They use the pickleballs to turn it into a snowman and then put a paddle on the actual snowman. And it has a nose and the hat and the scarf with the snowflakes in the back with a little pile of snow there. That thing is freaking cool. This is really cool. I love this design a lot. I love the idea behind it, the creativity, first and foremost, the creativity and just understanding what is popular as far as sports and what is trending and what are people doing the most right now. Like I walked outside, I was working on a car earlier, and I walked outside though, working on a car, and then I walked around the building, and then I seen some people playing pickleball outside. I was like, we got 4 people out there playing pickleball. It's a big thing right now. Pickleball is a big thing. But you can say, what else can you do here? You can do baseballs, you can do footballs, you can do maybe football. You probably maybe get away with it. But I'm just thinking anything, especially baseball right now, right? Baseball's big. The Dodgers won the World Series yesterday, and probably be a big, really cool design going into Q4. But obviously not using Dodgers for the design. You're using more of the baseball, more of the general sport itself, and not trying to infringe. And still for many of them, the goal is to obviously understand the rules and go by them. All right, so we got halfway through this page. You get the concept. You're going to go down, all the way down. You just look at, there's a ton of different stuff. And let me go down to the very bottom so we can find anything else. My mommy did it. That's a cool one. Graduation, right? So you can see as you go down there, and then you go to literally you just go to the next page. Go to the next page, and there's more. There's a ton of different ideas. You're just so many different stuff here. So many different ideas. Christmas. Some people don't like Christmas, I'm assuming. 1 star. So you go down, and there's a ton of different stuff down here that you can just go and go and go. Now, let me show you how to use Merch Informer. All right, so what we're going to do, now if you have a keyword, you can put a keyword in here if you want, right? I'm just going to do top 100 U.S. market, and you can just pick any other marketplace, and then I'm just going to do shirts, because I sell a ton of shirts on my account on the daily basis, on my Amazon Merch On Demand account. We'll go ahead and select all, and basically it's going to avoid all these brands right here. It's going to exclude all these brands. And you can even add more brands here if you want to. As you go along and start to do your own research and start to get better and better at it, you can start doing that, right? Now, you can mess with this. This is a cool thing. So let's say if you don't want nothing, let's say we're up close for around 800,000, right? And then reviews, you want the reviews or the ratings to be, let's say 1 review number. You're trying to find something like new, like something that's trending, something that's good, and that's bringing in that sales velocity. And then we'll just leave it at that. And then we'll go ahead and hit search. Now, you can use the same concept with, like I showed you with the other movers and shakers, but you can use this one right too. Same exact way, just use it on the daily basis. Now, you just got to be very careful, okay? Because you're looking at some of this stuff right here. Like this is from the Dodgers. If you do not have the rights to create this design, this person may have the rights to create this design. I don't know. But if you don't, you can't do that. You might get your account taken away. And the same thing over here, Yankees. If you don't have the rights to use that word, right? It's a professional baseball team, right? And they're leveraging that because it's the World Series and it just ended yesterday. The Dodgers won. But if you do not have the rights to use that, you can get in trouble. And that applies to anything online. If you're going to do this and try to go to Redbubble, or you're going to try to go to Etsy, if you're going to try to use your own website, try to go around it, you're going to get in trouble. So be careful. El Jefe, the boss, in Spanish, funny Mexican quote t-shirt. Like something like this, as long as the character, I would search it a little bit more to make sure that it's good. Anything like the El Jefe, the boss, right? That's a very popular saying, like in the Mexican culture. You can use something like that. Kamala Harris, 2024, we know that there's a presidential election coming up right now, and people are voting right now, and a new president is going to be announced very soon, and this is trending. Now, I know people get confused. I can't create certain designs because you can get in trouble. No, you can create political designs, but it gets a little tricky at the end of when they're not president anymore. So if they're running for president, they're like a public figure from my understanding. So and especially when they're in office, they are to create designs for it. Now you just have to be very careful because each platform has their own rules, and they don't want you to be mean or bullying or anything like that, any trying to be mean about the president. So you got to be very careful with any of that stuff. Now, like you're seeing something like this, Trump throwing up the middle fingers, you missed, stuff like this. Me personally, I don't think I would put something like this on my account. I wouldn't do that. Keep going. Let's try to find something. I can go on because Dodgers no, Yankees no. I want to dance with somebody. This may be a song lyric, so you got to be careful with that. So we're going, I do not care. Because try to get away from all that. College football looks like no. This is interesting. That's live. All right, Harris and Wallace together. We rise. 24. I'm with her. So something like this. Just vote, right? This right here. This is retro vote. This is like, obviously there's the political stuff, but then there's just more of like the general, like voting, read, think, vote. Like you can see the color schemes that they're using, like stuff like this is a little bit on the safer side. Like if you don't understand the rules, and I get it, like it can be a little bit confusing sometimes, but like this right here, you're good. Like this is in the clear. The voting is, you're creating a t-shirt that says vote, right? Pretty cool. Read, think, vote, right? Now you want to make sure that you're not trademarking or you're checking for copyright, stuff like that. But this would be something that's really good. So if we click on this, let's check it out. Click on this one too. Might as well bring it over here. See what we found. Now there's a lot of bit of digging because a lot of the newer designs that are being put up, keep in mind that there's people out there that are trying to break the rules and try to go around the system, which is not cool. I don't personally try to do that because my account, I've had it for over 8 years. Try to follow the rules as best as possible, right? Now, this is a simple text-based design. The color scheme is like the USA, red, white, and blue, right? So keep that in mind, right? I'm telling you that there's a reason why this shirt is selling, right? You understand that the concept behind it and the idea behind it, read, think, vote. Now, if we come down, let's check this out. Let's see when it's made its first sale. July. So this design was put up in the middle of the year, but it's at 43K. Now, they knew that the voting, this is going to be like a topic that is going to be trending, I'm pretty sure. And then going into the new year too as well, or the next election, not the new year, but going into the voting season, right? This is a voting time right now. This is going to trend more than ever. And if we look at this one, we know that it's doing pretty good at 43K BSR and simple text base. Now, another one, 5.0 out of 5, 3 reviews, vote red, white, and blue. The vintage style t-shirt, simple, nothing too crazy about it. Let's come down. It says right here, 400 plus bought in the past month. Let's come down right here. So it was uploaded June 24th, 2024. It's at 42K BSR. Now it's safe to say that the vote niche is trending right now because we got 2 designs that are simple text-based, just a little bit of a different color scheme, right? Not all white, not all black. It's for the USA, United States of America colors, American flag colors. And it's a simple text base that is making a lot of sales right now. So let's see, for example, type in over here, vote t-shirt. Let's just type in that, okay? Let's see what these BSRs are looking at. Let them load up. We're just looking at this one, the sponsored product. So it's running ads. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 44K, 366K, 208, 76K. Come over here to these ones. 45K, 35K. We're looking at the BSR, 44K, 7K, 31K. Now, I'm just looking at these because it's like most likely these t-shirts are selling like 5 a day and more. Okay. Next one in the middle of the page, we got one right. This is a cool one, what they did there. Simple, right? Real simple, but 98K, and it's making a good amount of sales. Now, can this be an evergreen design? Yes, it can. So every 4 years or every 2 years, president elections happening, it seems, or every 4 years, I believe it is. Yeah, so every 4 years, will be like a new president be elected in. So keep in mind when it comes to this, this design is going to do it well around that time. Now, but this is just, think about creating a cool design when the time comes around and it starts to trend. It'd be a good idea to create something that's like an evergreen. Would you say it's an evergreen? I think it's more like a trending design because it's not selling all year long. It's more of during that time when it's voting time, then it's going to make sales. And then you go down a little bit more right here. Look at this one. All white, vote, 68K BSR. So safe to say that vote niche is trending right now. And you can see Merch Hunters, how it went down to the middle of the page, and we came across, obviously there's some stuff up here I said no to, but then just digging in more and more, you can find some really good information, good ideas, trending stuff, and a really cool way to use this tool and leverage this in your favor to come up with really good ideas. And this is Merch Informer. My affiliate code would be down below in the description. I get a percentage off, and then obviously if you don't like it before the trial ends, just cancel it, but you get a free trial back there too as well. Go ahead and check it out. And if you want more niche research done like this, watch this video right here next. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.